It is an utterly scrumptious, round-the-clock treat that can be assembled in 20 minutes or less. It sounds easy peasy.
I hope it is, because our favorite Brooklyn baker, she is here. Author is back with some snackable bakes from her award-winning cookbook of the same name. So hello and welcome back to New York Living, Jessie Sheehan.
Hello,
Good to
Jessie.
see you.
I try to use as many of her own words that she uses. Everything is easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lickety split.
Lemon squeezy.
Yeah, lemon squeezy, all the things.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations. Your book just turned 1 last month.
Honey,
Happy birthday.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
New York Times Best Cookbook of 2022.
One of the best, but yes.
In my mind, it's the best.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think we can say best easy peasy.
And it's the best easy peasy.
Best easy peasy baking book.
But wait, there's more. There's a podcast involved.
Yes, I am hosting a baking podcast called She's My Cherry Pie.
Oh, love
You can listen to it wherever you listen to your podcast. And what I do is I do a deep dive on a recipe with an iconic baker. So I've had Dory Greenspan, and I've had Claire Saffitz, and I've had all the biggies, and we do a deep dive into their recipe.
Well, clearly it shows you have arrived.
Yeah. Thank you. Right? She's my cherry pie. I've arrived.
All right, you've got some treats for us.
Yes, we do. So first things first, what we're going to make is this beautiful peach upside down cake.
That does not look easy.
And this is the crazy thing. Listen to this. So when you make a peach upside down cake, usually you have to make a caramel. You have to cook the caramel. It's a little bit tricky. What I do is I put sugar and butter on the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
Then I cover it in peaches, and I've already saved, I cannot even tell you how much time by not having to make the caramel myself, just by putting it into the pan, the sugar and the butter, that melts and cooks into a caramel. So then we make the cake part. We have our butter, we have our sugar, we have our vanilla, and we whisk this together. And this is what makes this easy peasy in my book, is that all you need is a bowl and a whisk and a spatula. I do not ever, ever, ever want to ask anyone, I add some eggs, to use a stand mixer. I hate all of that.
I hate stand mixers.
It's a lot.
I do too.
First of all, it weighs about as much as each of us.
Yes, totally.
Combined,
Totally.
right. And then, you know, to never know, and then to clean
add some
that
buttermilk
thing
in
is
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing about easy peasy baking is it really stems from an aversion to dirty dishes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're right.
You know what I mean? Because when I make this recipe, now yes, I put everything in cute little bowls, so I don't want people to get upset and say, you used more than one bowl. But essentially, as you know, people will do. And now I add my leavening, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. But you know what I love about this is that you really only use one bowl.
Right.
Because all of these things pretend they don't exist, like you're not seeing
just
them.
measuring.
Like
exactly.
At home, you have your little vanilla.
Exactly.
You have your eggs.
But what I love about it is everything's
It's
done
flour,
in one bowl.
just
That was my
regular
flour.
AP flour.
Thank
Okay,
you.
yep.
Okay.
And I'm stirring it up. I could probably even keep using the whisk. Like I probably didn't even need to grab this spatula. But to me, this is the perfect way to make a cake.
Yes.
In a bowl with a few ingredients. One of my tricks is whenever I make a cake or even cookies, I use either melted butter or I use oil. Because then I don't need the stand mixer. You know, often you're using a stand mixer because you need to cream your butter, you have cold butter, you need to bring it to room temp. All of these fussy steps that I'm just not interested in.
And you know, when you have kids, nobody has time for that.
Oh my gosh.
You just have time to do this.
100%. And can I just say, and now this is all we do. So just to remind you, we did the sugar and the butter on the bottom.
Okay.
We put in our peaches. We now put the cake on top.
When you put the sugar and the butter in the bottom,
Yep.
did you combine it at all, or you just
Nope.
put
What
it in
I
there?
did is I smeared the butter a little bit, so it was a little bit softened.
On
And
the
again, on the bottom. And again, I hate to even say softened butter because I pride myself on like never making you have to do that. So don't tell. Don't
Your
tell
secret's
anyone.
safe with us.
Yeah,
I
good.
won't say a word.
So I did a little bit of softened butter. Then I did a little bit. Then I just sprinkled the sugar.
And
then I just placed down
just
the
let them
peaches.
coexist together.
Now this will go into a 350-degree oven for like 45 minutes. And dun, da, 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 this.
Stop it.
And
I
see, in
cannot.
the book, it's plums. But see, I'm trying to be like seasonal, so the
Okay.
seasonal
Love
police
that.
don't come after
Love
me.
that for us,
So
yeah.
I did peaches. I know, right?
Oh
The
my
seasonal
gosh.
police will come. So I want you guys to take a taste.
Okay, of the peach.
And the other things, while you're tasting the peach.
Hold on, I need to do a little quality.
Oh, you want to? Maybe you need quiet while I'm while you're eating, just so you can enjoy.
Oh my God.
That's
Yummy,
delicious.
right? Like moist and then fruity and then, I don't know. It's so, people think upside down cake and they think super complicated.
No.
But peeps, we just made that.
You just made
Wow,
that.
on TV.
I can vouch for the fact that these recipes are very easy.
Oh.
I made your lavender snacking cake.
No, or did you make the little lavender shortbread cookies?
Yes. And
yes.
I literally...
20
and it's
minutes.
Easy. I brought it over to my friend. She thought
Yeah.
I was like, chef of the future.
Yeah, she's like, hello, Julia Child.
Yeah, exactly.
She thought you were a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And then I'm going to have a podcast.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Okay, this was divine.
Okay, now
what do
the
we have
next thing is another delicious fruity thing. This is a blueberry galette.
Okay.
Now, believe it or not, this crust is made with melted butter. I don't know if you guys have made pie crust. It's a whole ordeal.
It's very involved.
See,
It goes in the
it's messy.
refrigerator. It comes out.
Oh my
it goes
gosh,
back in.
there's
You
so
got to
much.
look at it.
There's so
again.
much resting. There's so much fear that your hands are going to be too warm and the butter's going to melt. This is made with melted butter. Literally, pie crust comes together. I don't know, 6 minutes.
What?
That's it.
100%. Roll it out. Throw on some blueberries and sugar. Dun, dun, dun.
What's it called?
I call it Matt's
Who's
blueberry.
Matt?
Okay, exactly. Who's
Such
this
a good
Matt?
question. Such a good question. Husband who loves blueberries. Because I'm not going to lie, blueberries are not necessarily my favorite fruit, but he is my favorite husband. So I want, and you know what I try to do with my
I
book?
bet he's really happy to hear you say that.
I was going to say like my favorite person. I was like, husband.
Favorite husband, yes.
Anyway, no, only kidding. I love Matt. But anyway, I like to name a recipe after each of my
that's so
kids and my
sweet.
husband in each book. So this was my
So this is Matt's
blueberry
deal.
galette. And then
And is it made with fresh berries?
Yes.
Can you make it with frozen?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That's delicious.
That's yummy,
Good job,
right?
Matt.
Thank
Way to
you.
be an inspiration.
Exactly. Thank you for liking blueberries enough that this lady had to make something in your
But I love this one. There's also in the book, there's a pie with the same crust that's with my favorite berry, which is raspberries. I should have called it like Jessie's raspberry. But I don't know if you do
Next
that
one.
when you wrote the book. It'd be weird if I was
know
like,
what?
this one's Jessie's.
Just-
Yeah. They'd be like, well,
Which Jessie?
Yeah, which Jessie?
She's talking about herself in the
Yeah,
third person.
exactly.
Do we need to
We're
call
talking
a
about Jessie,
shrink?
the queen of easy peasy. And they'd be
Okay.
like, she's a weirdo.
We need to listen to a different podcast
Yeah,
now,
it-
Jessie.
Oh my God. Jesse's
Self-help.
podcast. Anyway, final thing. These are my chewy brownies. I love them. Well, I love all my recipes, but I love these particularly because as a kid and as a grown-up, I love a brownie from a box. I just do. I love Duncan Hines. I love Betty Crocker. This is a homemade, my homemade version of a boxed brownie.
Oh
That's
my God.
delicious.
Which is funny because people are like, why would you want it to taste like that? But I'm like, I know.
I love the taste.
I did too. It was great. What chocolate is in here? I just bit into a chunk of chocolate and I am forever changed.
It's really, I'm so not the fancy peep. So this is literally like semi-sweet chocolate chips.
Get out.
And then they're melted to make the
I'm
brownie.
in heaven.
And then they're also left in little
Jessie
chunks.
Sheehan, you are a national treasure, is all I have to say. Thank you so much for feeding us, because
What'd
we were
you say?
we were
I'm
starving.
eating.
We were starving.
You're so
Thank
welcome.
Thank
Bye,
you so
honey.
much. The book is called Snackable Bakes. It is available wherever you get your books. We'll also post these recipes to our website. I'm telling you, Snackable Bakes, do it.
Oh my gosh.
Bring it to a party.
I'm
they
a
will
believer.
think you are the best thing since sliced bread. How's that brownie?
Oh my gosh, delicious.